Well, this is new at 5. WGN is speaking with the mother of the Illinois teen charged with shooting and killing 2 protesters in Kenosha. Kyle Rittenhouse is right now awaiting trial in a Wisconsin jail.
Yeah, his mother doesn't know how he got the gun, but says he did shoot in self-defense. So WGN's Patrick Elwood spoke with her and is now live in Vernon Hills with more. Patrick?
Ray and Micah, good evening to you. Wendy Rittenhouse says she has moved her family from Antioch because they have been receiving death threats. Tonight, she is speaking out, trying to make her case in the court of public opinion on behalf of her son, Kyle. She says he only acted in self-defense.
It was self-defense.
That is Wendy Rittenhouse, the mother of 17-year-old Kyle, who is accused of killing 2 men, Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber, and wounding a third, Gage Grosskreutz.
Being in jail, that he shouldn't be in jail.
Wendy wishes her son hadn't been there or the protesters. She said had officials in Wisconsin stopped the looting as soon as it started, it would be an entirely different reality.
It's the governor of Wisconsin and the mayor of Kenosha. They should have stepped up.
Wendy says Kyle and a friend originally had gone to help clean up a Kenosha auto dealer that had been looted and vandalized after the police shooting of 29-year-old Jacob Blake.
Good job and everything. You know, you're cleaning up the graffiti.
She says she knew nothing of the gun that had been given to him by that friend. As the night wore on, he told his mom he was sticking around to help if anybody got hurt.
I texted him earlier before I went to bed, seeing where he's at, and all I got was, I'm okay, Mom. I'm doing medic.
And when asked if her son should have had the AR-15 style gun in the first place.
Everybody has a right to protest.
Yes.
Everyone has a right to counter-protest.
Mm-hmm.
The issue that some people have here is that your son was down there with a gun.
Mm-hmm. And everybody else, what I saw in video, had guns too. And
Does that make it right, Wendy?
You know what? If he didn't have that gun, my son would have been dead.
Certainly not everyone was armed, but she claims Kyle was acting in self-defense after Grosskreutz of Racine fired a handgun in the chaos that had ensued. Grosskreutz denies that firing of that gun. According to the criminal complaint, though, Rittenhouse shot Rosenbaum first after he'd tried to grab Rittenhouse's gun. As Rittenhouse was running away, he was chased. He fired off more shots, killing Huber and wounding Grosskreutz. But Wendy and his defense team say Kyle only fired his gun to save his own life.
He had that gun for his protection.
The single mother of 3 who works as a certified nursing assistant describes her son as someone who always wanted to help others first. In the aftermath of these charges, almost $2 million has been raised for his defense by individuals and conservative groups. For that, she is very thankful.
I couldn't be more grateful in the bottom of my heart.
And to the families of the men he is accused of killing and the third wounding.
Do you have anything to say to them?
At the moment, I don't.
And then there is this. Many people are asking, why did Kenosha police allow people to carry guns in a emotionally charged situation in the first place? His attorney, Kyle Rittenhouse's attorney, says that he will be making that $2 million bail sooner rather than later, Micah and Ray, in terms of days rather than weeks. Reporting from Vernon Hills, Patrick Elwood, WGN News.